Global Vans presents the Renault ZOE Van E-Tech Electric. Renault's ZOE Van is a small LCV with a long driving range from a full electric powertrain. It's the kind of urban delivery vehicle we ought to be seeing more of by now, but for the time being, it's the only one of its kind. Charging from 100% from a 7 kilowatt 32 amp 230 volt wall box takes 9.25 hours. You can reduce that time to just 3 hours if you've access to a 22 kilowatt 32 amp 400 volt public charging point. Not a huge amount's really different here over a ZOE Super Mini. Even the rear doors have been retained, though that's quite useful because it allows you to get to smaller forward items more easily. Not that there will be many of them to get to. There's just 0.51 cubic meters of load space, and your payload will be limited to just 387 kilograms. In the load area, you get a mesh bulkhead for anchorage points, a protective rubber flooring mat, and rear lateral opaque windows for security. There's enough zip here to get you quickly around town. Despite the fact that the ZOE van uses Renault's older 80 kilowatt R110 motor, the 107 horsepower you get here is quite enough for town use. The 87 mile an hour top speed is inevitably a lot less impressive, but this Renault charges up towards it with a level of zeal that will decimate the WLTP rated 245 mile driving range. From the outside, you wouldn't immediately pigeonhole this as a van. The only real difference over the ZOE Super Mini is the opaque covering for the rear windows. Inside, it's exactly the same as you get in the ordinary small hatch version too. So there's a grippy 3-spoke wheel, seat upholstery made from 100% recyclable material, apparently including old Renault seat belts, and a 10-inch TFT instrument binnacle screen. A further 7-inch EasyLink infotainment screen lies on the floating centre dash panel. Unfortunately, it's still not possible to have a height adjustable driver's seat. Still, the wheel has enough adjustment for reach and rate to ensure that most will be able to find an acceptable driving position. Nice touches include the beautifully finished gear shifter and the silver door pulls. As for cabin storage, well, the glove box is, as usual with a French hatch, halved in size by the vehicle's fuse box, but otherwise there's a reasonable amount of space for your odds and ends. There's a cubby with a non-slip mat right above the glove box, plus a big well at the bottom of the centre stack with twin USB ports, along with a 12-volt socket and an aux-in point. You get a decently sized door pocket, and there's a small pair of cup holders behind the electronic handbrake. Renault has forgotten to include an overhead sunglasses compartment, but there's also a ticket clip in the driver's sun visor for your charging card. Get in touch today to speak to one of our EV leasing experts at globalvans.co.uk/contact or call 0117 962 5314.